Alright, it's time for Chemical Plant. Let's do this. Right. Classic Chemical Plant, it requires 2 runs. There are red rings on both paths, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but it's not really as bad as Sky Sanctuary, which we'll begin to soon enough. So, first time through the level, take the high path, which is jumping on top of that box there and going along this. You can do this either way around. You can go on the low path first if you want, but I find this way to be the quickest. So, along the high path, stop right here for your first red ring. Woo! And saying that, even though you do have to go on the low path for 2 other red rings after this, you can still play most of the level on the high path, if you like. Ignore that. Right, so, second red ring is up at the top of this whole jumping section. You'll be going this way through the second run through Chemical Plant as well, but, you know, it's not really hard to stick to the high path in Classic Chemical Plant. It's fairly easy, actually. You just gotta take it slow, make sure you don't get caught in any floods. So, yep, here we go. Second red ring. The third is a little bit tricky. It's right towards the end, and you do have to nail a jump that's fairly hard to pull off if you don't know it's coming. So right here, jump off that. If it was a bit too fast for you, just go back and show you where it jumped off. You don't really have a choice as you're falling down that, you just need to jump as soon as it levels out. And then follow this path. They're pretty much automated all the way through. Just hit the springs, they'll take you to the top of the level, and your third red ring will be waiting up there for you. Booyah! Now, to get the other 2, you need to restart the level and take a completely different path, but obviously, we need to finish this run first, otherwise they won't save the progress, so. Alright. Alright, so this time through, we gotta go on the low path through the level, which, it's sort of the default path. It's where you go the first time before you know any of the shortcuts, so you probably already got this red ring. Yeah, right before you jump in the tunnel, it's pretty much impossible to miss this one. So, 4th red ring. And the 5th and final one is actually right towards the end of the level again. I don't play spectacularly well on these red ring playthroughs, so. But anyway. Final red ring is right towards the end again, except you take the low path this time. But right until then, we can just take the exact same path through the level, basically. I gotta say, even though this basically forces you to play the levels more than once, I don't really mind it. I mean, you're gonna find these red rings on a couple playthroughs anyway. Just, you know, helping you along if you really suck at it. But yeah, this time, fall down this slide. The game's still pretty automated for this section, just, you know, go over it easy. But towards the end of this flooded section, you'll find the final red ring. Right about here. Yep. Excuse me while I failed this jump a few times. Let's try that again. There we go. And just finish this level one more time, and that's it for Classic Chemical Plant. 5 red rings. Get. Right, now onto Modern, I guess. Modern Chemical Plant's a fair bit trickier than Modern Green Hill. A lot of the red rings require you to be really, I don't know the word for it, reactionary, I guess. You gotta hit the shortcuts properly, you need to know where you're going and what you're doing. I guess that's what this is for, right? Alright, so Modern Chemical Plant. Ha, and yeah, my mad editing skills hiding the fact that I failed and had to restart here, but yeah. I'm not going to hit any of the shortcuts of the intro because there's nothing going on there. There is a shortcut that lets you skip about the first 30 seconds of the level if you take the left path, but then you'll miss a red ring, so don't know that. Slow down here and take the leftmost boost pad, and you'll end up landing on this crane instead. If you miss it, you can jump off the rail onto the crane, but this is easier. Now, it's pretty hard to nail that first time actually, but that was the first red ring back there. If you miss it, you can just stop on the roof and head back. Right, jump back to the checkpoint for your second red ring, right here on the high path. But now, we're not going to go on the high path for this, you've got to fall down into the Mega Man. It should be worth noting, if you boost along that there, you do still qualify for the Walk on Water achievement. That doesn't disqualify you. You can run on top of it. So bounce up here for your third red ring. It's hidden at the top here. Man, I really suck at these playthroughs when I'm running for red rings. But yeah, third red ring right there. And now the fourth is really... God damn it. The fourth is really tricky. It's a real pain in the ass to get actually. It's at the end of the falling section coming up. And to get it, you're pretty much guaranteed to get hit when you're going for this, because there's no other way to like line up properly, but yeah, there we go. It's right at the end here. There's a chain of rings leading up to it, and you should get it. But yeah, there's no easy way to get that, to be honest. You are going to take a hit. Now the final red ring is right at the end of the level actually, so I'm just going to take the fastest route to the factory that I can remember, and hopefully get there before too long. Oh yeah, you have to nail that jump back there if you want to get the Walk on Water achievement. So I'm showing you the best way to get through the level if you want that achievement. Oh, and this is crucial, jump there, do not boost through that corridor. You have to jump and hit that grabber enemy, otherwise you'll end up, you know, touching water for about a second, and that disqualifies you. There's a nice little shortcut there that I screwed up. Right, now this section, I have some weird glitch on the PC, so I can't hit this shortcut. It screws up the camera for me, but you can homing attack that for a nice little shortcut, which leads you straight to the red ring, but this way is easier. It's much easier to show you, so land on this section here, and attack this box at the back for a hidden spring. That'll bounce you up onto a rail, and the fifth and final red ring of this level is right there. Now, like an idiot, I forgot to record the feed after this level, but getting the 20th red ring from Chemical Plant here, that unlocked the Angel Island theme to play in any level, and the Smasher skill for Sonic. Right, Sky Sanctuary.